All right, coming back at you with another video, and this is going to be a good one, folks. This is going to be good. You might want to grab a White Claw if you have one, and maybe a penis straw or something, because I'm going to be talking about bachelorette parties and what it's like to play music for bachelorette parties. All right, you know, if you're playing music and you're out and about playing, you're going to run across bachelorette parties. You have to learn how to navigate through that terrain, because these people start drinking at breakfast. They're slamming the vodka crayons at breakfast, and they drink all day. And by the time they get to you, they're picking a fight with the ceiling fan. They're speaking in tongues. Don't be surprised if one of them tries to dry hump your mic stand, okay? I've seen it. They spiral out of control at times. I've seen it. And, you know, they'll get so drunk, they'll go outside and try to siphon gasoline out of your car. You don't know what they become unhinged. It happens, and it can happen fast. You know, sometimes a lot of these people have unresolved trauma, and that's a problem. But I always try to acknowledge the bachelorette parties and make them have a good time. I mean, they did go to Party City, and you know, they got all the stuff. So try to make them have a good time. It's your job to make them feel like it's their party. You got to get your knees dirty. Sometimes you just have to get your knees dirty.
What song was it again? Dancing Queens. She got the sash on. All right. I want to warn you, I'm not very good at this song, so you guys got to sing it. You did what? Oh, no, it's good. What's your name? It's Jenna, everybody. Jenna, thank you so much, sir. This is Jenna. This is her party. She's getting married. Her fiance is tracking her on his phone right now. Jake, where's Jake at? Where's he work at? I don't trust this guy. I don't know if I approve of this. Oh, really? Nice.
So some of these bachelorette parties can be fun and bring a good vibe to the room, good energy, and some of them are just straight demons from hell. And you got to be ready for either one. And you really don't want to communicate too much with the bachelorette parties individually. You can yell at them and they can yell at you, and that's fine, but their communication is made up entirely of high-pitched vowel sounds, usually. I mean, it's not, don't engage too much. And you know, a lot of people now are having the bachelor party and the bachelorette party at the same bar at the same time. That's what's happening a lot, and it's very unnerving. I mean, what a great way to start a marriage, you know, watching your fiance do body shots off some stranger while you're 10 feet away. You know, it starts to feel like P. Diddy at a Chuck E. Cheese.
All right. Let's see if we can get your people. Who said that? What is it? Who is it? Bride and groom, both? All right. That's gonna work. What's your names?
Colton and Jamie.
Colton and Jamie?
Yep.
Let's hear it for Colton and Jamie, everybody. Come on. They're getting married. Looks like they just turned 18, right?
All right. I hope I didn't embarrass that young couple, but to be honest, they looked like they were from the cast of iCarly. They weren't ready to be married. That guy looked like he hadn't even sprouted a pube yet. It was ridiculous. None of my business. But bachelorette parties used to do, remember Suck for a Buck? This was always the rage back in the day. They would always do Suck for a Buck, where they take a bouquet of suckers. It was like a bouquet of dum-dums. And they'd go around and try to get $1 for they delegate someone. Like, I don't know how they delegated someone in the wedding party. I feel bad for that person. Well, how do you pick the person who's going to have to panhandle the lollipops? And then they go around and bother everybody for $1 for a sucker, because that's what everybody wants, right? Suckers. You know how everybody loves suckers, like adult males love suckers. So they go up to people and see if they get $1 for a sucker. And I always felt bad for the person in the bachelorette party who had to go up and say, "Hi, suck for $1." I mean, how do you choose who's going to do that job? I don't know. I would not want to be delegated for that task, but hey, Becca, you grab these suckers and go panhandle these suckers. Try to get $1 for each one. Go up to every guy in here and see if you can get money out of them. And while we go over here and party. Here you go. Here's your bouquet of suckers. We're going to go over here and have a good time. You go ahead and try to get money out of people. Treat this like a fundraiser, would you, Becca? While we're over here. They don't do suck for $1, thank God. It was bad for everyone. There was no winners in suck for $1. And I don't see that too often anymore. I haven't seen suck for $1 in a long time. But there are no group of people on the planet, be ready for it, more entitled than the bachelorette party. So you got to be ready for the bachelorette parties, especially late in the night when they start yelling the word slay every 38 seconds for no reason. I don't know what that's about, but they yell slay. Someone in the party will probably ask you to play WAP. Okay? Just ignore that. You can just ignore that. You don't have to even acknowledge it. Pretend it didn't happen. Have some respect for yourself. Okay? If they're going to request WAP, just ignore them. You have a 401k. You probably own a humidifier. Okay? You don't have to stoop to their level, for Christ's sakes. Don't even give that any attention. Another thing is never look a bachelorette party in the eye. Never look them in the eye. Because they see that as a sign of aggression, right? You want to treat a bachelorette party like a raccoon with rabies or something. No sudden movements. Eye contact is only going to escalate things. There's no need for eye contact. Remember, these people have TikTok accounts and they can use them as weapons.
Who's ready to have the best night of their lives right now? All right. We got what is this, a bachelorette party back here? Who's in the back? Who's the back table? Is that a birthday? Is it your birthday? No, it's your bachelorette, isn't it? Now, bride to be back here. What's your name? Stacy, right? That's close enough.
You can usually tell how much work a bachelorette party is going to be right away. You can tell as soon as they come in the room. You catch that vibe. You can smell it. They swarm in, right? They swarm in like a SWAT team, all wearing matching shirts. They're kind of like locusts, you know. They engulf the whole room. They engulf the room. They are kind of like a biblical plague, right, on the room right away. And they don't even really walk in the room. They descend in the room. Like they float in 2 inches off the ground or something. It's just like a crazy haze of chiffon and taffeta. And you can see it coming a mile away. You see the buses pull up. You can hear the diesel engines of the trucks. You know what's happening. They're very ritualistic by nature. Half of them are named Megan or Ashley. That's a fact. And, it's a beast. A bachelorette party is a beast. And hopefully you can climb on its back and ride it for a while, but eventually it will probably buck you off. And that's just the way it is. At some point of the night, one of them will probably ask for your microphone. They will ask for your mic. I don't do that. I say no. I don't want SARS all over my microphone. Sorry. They will battle for supremacy, though. Bachelorette party, they want all the energy in the room. And it's kind of funny sometimes when there's more than one bachelorette party, because I play at a place that has multiple bachelorette parties sometimes, and you can feel the competition. They don't like it. They want to be the girl with the most cake. They don't like other bachelorette parties. It's a standoff. It becomes a standoff. And don't get me wrong, bachelorette parties can be fun. And, they're good for business. Guys outside the bar look in the windows. They see the girls. And, they might want to come in and try to pluck one of those peaches off the tree. They can definitely be a positive thing. But don't expect to get tipped. Do not expect to don't think you're going to get a bunch of tips off these bachelorette parties. They're really not great with tipping. Typically they're not. But you know, you never know. They're not thinking about tipping. You know, they're too into the party. They're thinking, what's the next hilarious Snapchat picture I can take with this 3-foot inflatable penis that we brought in, that we're wielding around like an Olympic torch. And they will have requests. And it's always songs that are sung by women. Always songs that are sung by women that are ridiculous. The songs that are way out of your range. And, you know, it's like, sorry, ma'am, I'm a grown man with a sinus condition. I don't sing songs in that register. I have a note from my ENT doctor right here. I can't sing that high.
Everybody, look who's here. You're supposed to be cheering when people come in. What's happening? There you go. All right, what's the bachelorette back there with the big penis? What's her name?
His name is Richard.
Richard, nice. What's her name? What's her name? Sydney, everybody. Come on. All right, cheers, everybody. If you got a drink, hold it up. We're going to do a choice to Sydney, everybody. And a big penis.
All right, so what are some of the songs that these demons from hell want me to play? Well, they always request the same 4 or 5 songs, okay? It's always the same ones. And it's all songs I can't sing, and it's all songs out of my comfort zone. They always want to hear Shania. Always want to hear that one, and I can kind of get through that one. I can't sing the chorus. Try to get them to sing the chorus, but I only do these songs if I'm getting tipped. You know, you got to tip me to play "Man, I Feel Like a Woman." Taking a little of my dignity here. Dancing Queen, they always want to hear that. I put the capo on the 2nd fret for that one. Dancing Queen. So it's not too bad to sing if you capo it and use C shape. I can do Dancing Queen. Let's see. They always want to hear Taylor Swift, right? They always want to hear. I do Shake It Off in the key of tequila. I don't know what key it is. So I'll do Shake It Off. They like Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. They always want that, and I can't. I can't do it. It's psychological warfare when I hear that song. It does something to my neurological system. I'm not going to play it. I just won't do it. I don't care. Pink Pony Club is the other one that's new that they always want to hear that song. That's only 4 chords. And I've done it a few times, but they got to help me sing it. You know, I'm having wicked dreams. I don't know the words. Pink Pony Club, yeah. The bottom line is, folks, you just got to make them have a good time. Be prepared. Try to make them have a good time. Try to make them so they remember you. Because if they remember you when they get divorced, maybe they'll get remarried and they'll, you know, come back for their other bachelorette party. It happens. I've had that happen already. So just, you know, do the best you can with these people because they're never going to be happy. All right. Well, make sure you subscribe. You got to subscribe because I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers. And that was the goal. And I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. And I think when you get to 1,000 subscribers, YouTube sends you a trench coat, I believe, or something like that. Or, you know, maybe they show up in a ski mask and beat me in my driveway with a pillowcase full of soap. I don't know what happens, but subscribe.
Oh, that's not bad. Let's get everybody in this bar to sing this chorus. These guys didn't go to Party City for nothing. Don't you take me home. Don't you, John, Dad.